two countries. There are a lot of things that we can share. There's a lot we can learn from Canada. We also very much congratulate the chair of the council because of the linkage that he has been able to establish and the pipeline that he has created for continued exchange of ideas and innovations. So we really greatly honored. And since we are being awarded these honorary degrees together, I say she remains my sister from now on. Graduates, the university has empowered you with knowledge. Now it is your turn to translate that knowledge into products and services. You should never feel helpless because you are unable to secure a formal employment as quickly as you like to. An educated mind has limitless options for income-generating activities. Do not be too choosy in the beginning because the job and the business market is quite competitive. Don't be shy to venture into other parts of the country and even abroad where there may be wider opportunities than your neighborhood. With your creative mind, you'll be able to find business and employment opportunities. Even international right now, the market has been totally opened through the internet. You can work from your house and work and earn a lot of money. So you are privileged to be graduating and to be empowered at this time when the global market for employment opportunities is open. Finally, I really wish to thank those who have supported me in whatever I'm doing. The KRI board has sent one of their members to come and stand with me during this occasion. Mr. Leonard Ithau, please stand up so that we can appreciate you. He's an engineer of national standing, and his contribution is immense. So you can learn a lot from Engineer Ithau. I also wish to thank my family, especially my wife, for all the support that they have given me, and all my friends. And I have a lot of friends who have sent me a lot of messages who will not be there, but I know in the heart they are with me. I really very grateful, and also say to this university, you have made me proud and younger. So thank you very much.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, we wish to invite you for a photo with Ambassador Dr. Francis Keremi Mudaura. If you could step forward, please, Mr. Chancellor, sir. And you'll be joined by our Chancellor. You'll be joined by our Vice Chancellor and the Chair of Council, and our good PS, Ambassador Nabukwesi. Please join Ambassador Dr. Francis Keremi Mudaura. Mr. Kobia and Engineer Idhau, please join Ambassador. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And now we invite our Vice Chancellor to read the citation for the conferment of the next honorary degree. Vice Chancellor, sir.
This is the citation of Honorable Senator Mary Joy Coyle on the conferment upon a honorary degree of Doctor of Business Management, honoris causa, by MERU University of Science and Technology on 27th May 2022. The education background. Honorable Senator Mary Joy Coyle obtained a Master's of Arts degree in 1984 at the University of Guelph, School of Rural Planning and Development. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1978 at the University of Guelph, majoring in French and minor in Spanish. Coyle obtained a diploma in French languages from the University of Besançon in 1974. She has won France Corporate Governance Awards for the Federal Crown Corporation, Renard Foster, and is certified by Schoolish Executive Education Center, York University. Languages. Honorable Senator Mary J. Coyle is a well-seasoned multilingual. She speaks the following languages: English, French, basic Spanish, some Setswana, and Bahasa Indonesia. Her interests. Honorable Senator Mary has potential interests that cuts across varieties of human lives, such as family life, mentor and counselor. She has personal interests in reading, arts, hiking, canoeing, swimming. Even this morning she went swimming, cross-country skiing, snowing, and traveling. Executive profile. Honorable Senator Mary J. Coyle enjoys positive reputation as a visionary organizational leader in Canada and internationally. She has an excellent record of accomplishment, which include leadership, creatively rebuilding, repositioning, and expanding an established Canadian institution. She has proven success of building a new Canadian nonprofit institution. Most importantly, she's a national leader and among the top international players. Honorable Senator Coyle has served in several roles as a passionate ambassador with extensive public speaking, media, and representational experience. She is a well-seasoned strategic organizational program, financial and human resource planner, and a manager, as well as successful relationship builder and fundraiser with individuals, foundations, corporations, and governments. Furthermore, she has extensive senior governance experience with Crown Corporation, universities, non-profit organizations, associations, and financial organizations in Canada and abroad. Honorable Senator Coyle is currently serving as a parliamentarian in Canadian Upper Chamber. Her professional experience. Honorable Senator Mary J. Coyle is the current serving senator representing the province of Nova Scotia in the Senate of Canada since 2017. That is the upper chamber. From 1997 to 2018, Senator MERU Coyle served in the position of University Vice President, Director, Code International Institute, International Liaison Officer, Senior Advisor, and International Center for Women Leadership. Indigenous Women in Community Leadership, Haiti Leadership Initiative, and Executive Director, Frank McKenna Center for Leadership. In all these portfolios, Honorable Senator MERU provided leadership, vision, and direction for the Code International Institute, the Extension Government, and the Enterprise Development Center. She also represented the organizational interests to the President, the Board of Governors, the Code Advisory Committee, donors, government officials, and the public. Moreover, she played the role of overseeing the smooth operation of Code International Institute and managed the team of professional teaching, research, and support staff to greater heights. Honorable Senator has been responsible for overall fiscal management, the donor stewardship, and reporting matters to the management of these institutions. Some of the few selected achievements. Honorable Senator MERU has completely rebuilt and expanded the Code Institute's reputation, education programs, research agenda, volunteer leadership, and financial base. In doing this, she has made the following milestones. Successfully lent out $18 million for private sector capital campaign, thereby attracting 6 to 7 figure gifts. That includes an unprecedented $4 million individual donation. Moreover, she has always successfully grown a well-balanced operating budget by 400 to 500% through expansion and diversifications of the private funding base via periodic increases for the government of Canada. Through her prudent financial management, she attracted the largest corporate donation in Code history, $4 million for programming. She has actively recruited, assembled, and supported a high performance staff team, besides overseeing the designing, planning, and execution of the development of the new 55,000 square feet Code Institute facilities. This also included the renovation of 4 historic buildings, the construction of 2 new buildings, the establishment of public garden, commissioning of a significant bronze monument, a unique ceramic frieze, and $700,000 multimedia visual interpretive site. Honorable Senator MERU has led the development of and attracted startup funding for the new International Center for Women Leadership. She led the development of and attracted 5-year funding for the new Indigenous Women in Community Leadership Program. It was during Honorable Senator MERU's tenure as a director of Code International Institute when it was recognized as a world-renowned center of excellence in community-based development and leadership education. Code International Institute grew significantly, enhancing its global education and innovation agenda and expanding programming for women, youth, and indigenous people, Kenya included. During Mary's Honorable Senator MERU's leadership, Code International Institute recruited thousands of women and men globally into fully funded diploma and certificate courses in community-based development and leadership. Code International Institute boasts of 457 Kenyan alumni, of which 216 are females and 241 are male, who have graduated over the years to become change leaders in the communities, leaders who are able to build resilient community, leaders who are able to promote inclusive economies and promote accountable governance in the fieldwork.
Welcome.
Honorable Senator Mary Cole has conducted feasibility studies for McKenna Center for Leadership and established a focus center on student leadership. Her executive director, she was executive director and program director, Calmedo, Toronto, Canada, from 1986 to 1996. Honorable Senator Mary played her primary responsibility of leading and managing all organizational and programmatic aspects of this Canadian nonprofit organization. While working the field of microfinance in Canada, Latin America, Africa, and Asia, she developed new models for sustainable microfinance delivery. This led to building a professional staff team with appropriate expertise in this young sector. This was achieved through fundraising for programs, projects, and endowed from individuals, foundations, corporations, and the federal government of Canada. While in this portfolio, Honorable Senator Mary worked very closely with the founders, the chair, board, and staff in building fledgling foundation in Canada's leading NGO in microfinance in both Canada and globally. She led the development of First Peoples Fund and National First Nations and Métis Microcredit Initiative, beside establishing the research and publication division in order to educate and influence beyond direct partners. She succeeded in securing funding for and supported the development of the world's first commercial microfinance institution, what we call the Banco Sol in Bolivia. She secured funding for and supported the development of world's first microfinance investment fund, ProFund. This support resulted to the overall exponential growth of Calmedo's financial base through private donations, project partnership, and CEDA contribution, thereby securing significant national print and electronic media recognitions. Sulawesi Regional Development Project, Indonesia, that is the University of Gulf. Honorable Senator Mary J. Cole served at Canadian International Development Agency from 1984 to 1986 in the position of Rural Development Advisor, FAST, Watampone and South Sulawesi. Her primary responsibilities included, but are not limited to, the strengthening, the planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation capabilities of government institutions at the district, sub-district, and village levels. She assisted with establishing linkages with the provincial planning board and sectorial agencies and supported the planning for and the execution of Sangrego Integrated Area Development Project. She did design, develop, pilot, and revised as agenda issues training course for Indonesian planners from sectorial agencies and planning boards at the district and provincial level. As part of our corporate social responsibilities, Honorable Senator Mary successfully built significant provincial level awareness of and support for priority initiatives of the districts. She initiated a program to improve the planning, implementation, communication, and reporting capacities at the different levels, resulting in a variety of successful outcomes, from the new roads and bridges to improving agriculture and water management, issues that are of greatly importance, especially in this climate change environment. Her role in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of Botswana. From 1980 to 1982, Mary Cole served in the position of Rural Industrial Officer, first, Southern District, Kanye in Botswana. Her primary responsibility including leading program planning, implementation, and extension work through the ministry's small-scale industrialization program in the Southern District. She also spearheaded promotion and support of rural industries, established and served as secretary to the District Production Development Committee, and also served as a member of the District Development Committee. She also initiated the development of a production development strategy for the district communal first development area. Moreover, some of our selected achievements in this ministry were establishment of new portfolios, created effective linkages between rural enterprise support agencies and market. She put up tanning carpentry. She put up tanning, carpentry, crafts, small-scale mining, wealth products, and other enterprises that led to improved and expanded capacity in production of industrial goods. She also aligned the central ministry to be more aware of nature, needs, and potential of rural industries in Botswana. Her consulting and other employment. Honorable Senator MERU has a wide experience in consultancy in her expertise. She consults for Romeo Dallaire Child Soldiers Institutions, supporting Islamic leadership in Indonesia, local leadership for development, Haitian Center for Leadership and Excellence. She also consulted for 1996 Rural and Small Towns Program and Mount Allison University. The major task was strategic planning for the university work in rural and small town communities, like Nchiru, where we are. In 1990, she consulted for the Northern Ghana Women and Credit Project, whose tasks were to conduct mid-term evaluations and make recommendations for the expansion and institutionalization and sustainability of the initiative. Further, in 1987, she consulted for the Universal Layer Management System, Montreal, by providing editorial comment and overall guidance on report on women and enterprise development commissioned by the Industrial Services section of CEDA. In 1984, she was engaged by Canadian International Development Agency, that is Industrial Service section, where she conducted research for state-of-the-art review of donor assistance to small enterprise development. Moreover, she was involved in interviews at World Bank, USA, US-based NGOs and major donors, NGOs and government agencies in Egypt, Tanzania, Kenya, Ivory Coast, and Burkina Faso. In 1983-84, Mary Cole consulted for the School of Rural Planning and Development, University of Gap, where she organized a conference under the theme University Role in Integrated Rural Development in Developing Nations. Governance and advisory positions. Honorable Senator Mary J. Cole has served as St. Francis Xavier University Board of Governors, Senate, faculty between 1997 and 2010, and International Development Research Center, that is the Federal Crown Corporation, as acting board chair 2008, director between 2001 and 2008, in finance, audit, and Human Resource Committee. She also served in the Microfinance Investment Support Facility for Afghanistan as a board member and donor representative from 2007 to 2010. Furthermore, she sat in the Indian School of Microfinance for Women as a board member from 2005 to 2015. She was instrumental as the director in steering Stephen Lewis Foundation from 2005 to 2015. Honorable Senator Mary also served in North-South Institute in the capacity of board member and in the Canadian Council for International Cooperation and past board member of Banco Seoul. She also served as a past alternate board director of Small Enterprise Education and Promotion Network, New York, past board member of Canadian Judicial Council Chairperson's Advisory Group, past board member of Positive Action for the Kenya K-pop, as well as past board member of St. Martha's Hospital Foundation. Due to her immense contributions towards improving the lives and welfare of institutions, academia, and industry, both in Canada and globally, world over, her contributions have inspired people's way of life, thereby making the world a better place to live in. In recognition of her innovative and productive work in enhancing regional development projects, global commerce and industry, consulting for leadership and non-governmental organizations, entrepreneurship and business, governance and advisory positions in Canada, Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, MERU University of Science and Technology confers the degree of Doctor of Business Management, honoris causa upon Honorable Senator Mary J. Coyle. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together as I now present the candidate for the conferment of the honorary degree, Mary Coyle.
Honorable Senator Mary Connor, I admit you to the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Thank you. I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Business Management, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give you the power to lead and do all that appertain to this degree. Congratulations, Senator.
Thank you. Hamjambo. Mugeni. Good morning, bonjour, and in the language of the indigenous people of the land I live on in Canada, the Mi'kmaq people, Kwe. My honorable and gracious hosts, Chancellor Dr. Mwangi, Vice Chancellor Professor Odhiambo, Chair of Council Professor Mwebi, Permanent Secretary Ambassador Simon Nabukwesi, University Council members, all esteemed dignitaries present as guests, university senior leadership, university faculty and staff, and very importantly, my fellow graduates. I am so deeply honored and sincerely grateful to join you today on this, your special day of celebration, such an important milestone in your lives and in the life of this wonderful university. Honorable doctorate recipients, Chancellor Mwangi, a former recipient, and Ambassador Dr. Malpwara, my brother. What a dream it is to share this stage and MERU University of Science and Technology's highest honor with the two of you. I want you to know, I want all of you to know, that for me, this truly is a dream come true and something far more special than you can imagine. As you have heard, I've enjoyed a long and fulfilling career which started south of here on this magnificent continent of Africa in a village called Kanye, located in the southern district of Botswana. It's a career that has taken me to many regions of our world, to your beautiful country many times, and all across my country of Canada, and now to the upper chamber of our Parliament, the Senate of Canada. I have also had and still enjoy a very busy life as a daughter to Betty, mother to Emily, Lauren, and Lindelwa, born in Botswana, and now as grandmother to Maya, Nico, Jack, Amelia, Sophie, Violetta, and Sierra. I always wanted to pursue doctoral studies, but my work and family responsibilities were such that it just was not in the cards for me yet. Well, my fellow graduates, while I did not earn this honorary degree in the same way that you earned the degrees, diplomas, and certificates being conferred on you today, I want to assure you that I will cherish it with all my being. And I will do my best to bring honor to this very special institution from which we are graduating today. I can't think of a conferring university I would appreciate more than this one, which has been built, transformed, and carefully shaped by dedicated leaders over the decades since Kenya's independence, based on that original, inspired, bold vision and foresight of the Njuri Ncheke, the Council of Elders of the MERU people. The people who have traditionally inhabited these fertile lands on the slopes of Mount Kenya. And now, fellow graduates, let's turn our attention where it belongs today. It belongs to you. Let's shine a light on each and every one of you as we gather here in these lovely graduation gardens on campus and online in your homes and communities to celebrate your achievements. Whether you're receiving a certificate, a diploma, a bachelor or postgraduate degree, a master's or a PhD, whether you studied agriculture, food science, business and economics, computing and informatics, education, engineering, architecture, health sciences, nursing, pure or applied sciences, every one of you deserves an enormous, thundering applause and congratulations for your exemplary, hard-earned accomplishments. Fellow graduates, I'm sure you would agree that today is also a time to acknowledge and thank our families, our friends and communities, and of course the faculty and staff and the leaders who have stood by us and supported us in all the ways we needed to get here today. Thank you. Fellow graduates, before we set our sights on the future, I want to tell you about a conversation I had last Friday. That's a week ago now, when I took my 14-year-old grandson Nico out for a coffee at a coffee shop in Ottawa. I asked Nico what he thought I should say to my fellow graduates at the MERU University of Science and Technology graduation. Well, Nico was very clear. He did not hesitate a minute. He said, I should tell you to enjoy and savor every moment of today. And in fact, to consciously enjoy every day of your lives. This is wise advice for all of us, as we can easily get caught up in our fast-paced world and sometimes lose sight of what really matters. I am a breast cancer survivor, and Nico's advice reminds me of my own commitment to live every precious day with joy, with love, and with purpose. So, MERU graduates, all 1,777 of us, today we are all on top of the world, figuratively and literally here at Mount Kenya. Here we are equipped with our education and those precious qualifications and connections that come along with it. Here we are ready to apply our valued learnings, our new knowledge, our skills, and ways of understanding and being in the world. Here we are with new confidence and courage, just bursting to contribute in new ways to our families, to our communities, to our societies, and to our planet. The world we live in is a world full of opportunities. And yes, it is also a world of many challenges. It is a world which needs leaders, a world that needs each of you, that needs your talents, your dedication, and your creativity. It is a world that needs people who can urgently find and scale up climate solutions, take care of our atmosphere, the lands, the seas, and the biodiversity that you all enjoy so richly here in Kenya. People who can ensure food security and a healthy population. People who can create businesses, new technologies, employ people, build a sustainable economy. People like Chancellor Mwangi. People who can serve in governments and politics at all levels and ensure a healthy, stable, and accountable democracy. People who can develop vaccines against future global pandemics. People who create space at decision-making tables for women and other groups who are still severely underrepresented and whose voices are not yet heard, nor their contributions valued sufficiently. It is a world that needs people who can provide a quality and relevant education for future generations, people who are committed to human rights and social justice, people who create art in all its forms, and we've been enjoying art this morning, the actors and the beautiful music that we have enjoyed, thank you. People who can represent Kenya in global cooperations role, like my brother, It needs people, this world. It needs women, it needs men with integrity. People who can innovate and improvise. People who will roll up their sleeves and work hard, step by painstaking step. And also importantly, it needs people who are kind, people who are compassionate. Fellow graduates, the world needs people like you, and it needs you now. My fellow graduates, when we leave this marvelous celebration today, having fully savored the wonder and joy it has brought to each of us, and as we turn our attention to writing the next important chapter in our lives, let's be clear. We may all have new qualifications, and the world may need people like us. But honestly, it's not going to always be easy. We will encounter obstacles, some of us far more than others. That is the reality of our human existence. But my new friends, what can we do to pursue those opportunities we so badly want to embrace? My answer to you is simple. Keep doing what you did to get here today to achieve this success. Set your sights on that next goal and figure out what will it take to get there. Find people who are smarter than you are. There are many people who are far smarter than I am. And learn from those people. Or even better, when you're in a position, hire those people to work with you. There are so many different kinds of smart in this world, and it is important for you to recognize your own strengths and where you need the strengths of others to balance yours. Find people who are loyal, people who will support you as you take your next steps, and whom you can support in return. Find people you enjoy spending time with, and together build a life and community. Find out who you are, what brings you satisfaction and joy, and always be true to yourself, or you will get stuck. And yes, always, always leave room for the unexpected, because life does not move forward in straight lines. Sometimes opportunity comes looking for us. So flexibility can be very key in life. In closing, my fellow graduates of the MERU Institute of Science and Technology, the MERU University of Science and Technology, class of 2022, let's go out there into the big world and let's make a lasting impact for the sake of our planet and for the sake of the generations yet to come. President Barack Obama, a man with roots in your country, once famously said, "Yes, we can." And as Wangari Maathai, famous Kenyan woman leader and Nobel laureate said, and I quote, "There are opportunities even in the most difficult moments." And she went on to say, "Finally, I was able to see that if I had a contribution to make, I must do it, despite what others said, that I was okay the way I was, that it was all right to be strong." Fellow graduates, Wangari is right. It is all right to be strong. It is through unleashing our collective strengths that together we can make a better world. Fellow graduates, yes, we can. Thank you so much. Merci, walaleo, asante sana, ibegwa.
Thank you. We'll invite Senator Mary Coyle to take a picture with the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, our good PS, Ambassador Namkwesi, and Ambassador Mudhaura. very much. Thank you very much. And congratulations to the Honorable Senator, now Dr. Mary Coyle. At this point, we want to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs to take us through the next session, Professor Thuranira.
Hello.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite the best graduates in every school during the 2020-21 academic year to step forward and flank the best graduate in an address to the congregation. Our best student this year is Agufana Catherine Kegondi from the School of Agriculture and Food Science. Let's appreciate her as she comes forward. She's followed by Susan Macharia from the School of Nursing. Susan Macharia. The best student from the School of Computing and Informatics is Gitonga Patrick. The best student in the School of Education is Moredi Edith McKenna.
Hello. Hello.
Purity Michelle Mwendoa is the best student from the School of Business and Economics. From the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, the best student is Okwaro Kennard. From the School of Engineering and Architecture, the best student is Eric Musembi Zenga. Let the best student now come to the microphone and make an address to the congregation.
My name is Agufana Catherine Kegondi. I studied Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in the School of Agriculture and Food Science at MERU University of Science and Technology. And I'm very excited today to represent the class of 2022. Congratulations to all of you. Yeah. Dr. James Mwangi, the Chancellor, MERU University of Science and Technology, Ambassador Simon Nabukwesi, Principal Secretary, State Department for University Education and Research, Honorable Senators, Honorable Governors, Honorable Members of the National Assembly, Professor Bosire Monari Mwebi, the Chairman of Council, MERU University of Science and Technology, Chairpersons of other university councils, Council members of MERU University of Science and Technology, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, Vice Chancellor, MERU University of Science and Technology, Vice Chancellors and Principals of other universities and university colleges, the graduating class of 2022, invited guests, parents, guardians, and all alumni, management, staff, and students of MERU University of Science and Technology, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with utmost gratitude that I stand before you today to represent the class of 2022. Congratulations, we have done it. All the hard work, commitment, and sacrifice that we put in has finally paid off. And now we are all ready to take the next big step in life. I am convinced that happiness radiating here today lies in the joy of our academic achievements. I am honored to stand here before you today to reflect on our journey at MERU University of Science and Technology. I am proud to be part of an outstanding class of 2022 drawn from our 8 schools. I extend hearty congratulations to our pioneer graduating class from the School of Nursing. MERU University of Science and Technology has created the most enriching educational environment for us. We have seen presented with holistic development, which entails a market-relevant curriculum, talent nurturing, skill-based training, and numerous opportunities for personal development. The titles of the courses that we undertook may have been different, but the academic journey was similar. Writing an exam or academic paper, as we all are aware, is a solitary endeavor, yet the success of any graduate relies on the support of the people around them. I could like to appreciate the people who have walked this journey with us. First, I could like to extend a very special thank you to our Chancellor, Dr. James Mwangi, for his visionary leadership and great support that has seen us excel in various fields. The Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center has offered us an opportunity to learn and apply our skills. Indeed, solutions have been created and students have been immersed into industry exposure. To our Vice Chancellor, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, you have offered us the best environment and facilities to ensure that we achieve our academic dreams. Thank you for always listening to us and being there for us when we needed you. Thank you for always listening to us. You always emphasized on the open door policy and ensured we had the best university experience. Tuasema asante. To our faculty, thank you for pushing us to achieve greater academic heights that we could ever have imagined. Thank you for tirelessly pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves, even when we pushed back and complained quietly. Thank you for not giving up on us and for your unwavering support, which has led us to today's victory. To the university administration and all members of staff who supported us in various ways in our pursuit for education, we say thank you. We are sincerely grateful and remain indebted to our family members and friends who have given us moral as well as financial support and so much more, which has seen us get where we are today. Indeed, it takes a village for one to succeed. Often, during graduation days, we look for heroes outside, but I see them here amongst us. During my academic journey here at MERU University, I have seen that we don't have to look far for inspiration. Each one of us has the potential to be an inspiration and to make a contribution in this world. We truly are ready to impress the skills imparted on us to revolutionize the global market. When you live here today, celebrate what you have accomplished. Remember to look forward and tune your mindset to how you too can be an inspiration to others. Congratulations, class of 2022. We have worked hard, we have prevailed, and we shall continue to prosper. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, sir, kindly join our best performing students for a picture. And we request Ambassador Mudaura, Senator MERU Coyle, the Vice Chancellor, Ambassador Nabukwesi, and the Council Chair to please join our best performing students. Thank you very much. And now I call upon our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs to take over.
Let us appreciate our best students again once more, please. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I take this opportunity to invite the representative, MERU University of Science and Technology alumni, to address this congregation.
As Chancellor, MERU University and Science and Technology, Dr. James Mwangi, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Chairman, Commission of University Education, Chancellors of Public and Private Universities present, the Chairman of the MERU University of Science and Technology Council, Mr. Bosire Munari Mwebi, members of MERU University of Science and Technology Council, Vice Chancellor, MERU University of Science and Technology, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, Vice Chancellors of universities present, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Principal of Colleges, Deans of Faculties and Directors of Institutes, lecturers and staff, fellow alumni, graduates, parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. I feel honored and humbled to be with you today, representing the alma mater of MERU University of Science and Technology during this auspicious occasion of a 9th graduation ceremony. It's a moment to reflect and take stock of the many gates you have achieved besides the challenging terrain you have walked through. It gives me pleasure to be standing here sharing these aspirational moments with you. Having graduated from the same graduation gardens 9 years ago, I feel most encouraged to see the increased number of alma mater who by virtue of their hard work are being awarded certificates, diplomas, and conferred degrees of this world-class University of Excellence in Science and Technology. I congratulate the University Council, the University Board of Management, the university professors and lecturers, under the smart leadership of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, for a good job well done in placing the university at higher academic echelons in the map of the world. Mr. Chancellor, sir, this reminds me of the wise ones of Steve Jobs, who articulated that life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people who are no smarter than you. And you can change it, you can influence it. Once you learn that, you will never be the same again. Yes, indeed, MERU University of Science and Technology has taken greater strides of growing academic departments that bring visibility in the surrounding and regional communities. This fact is indeed supported by growth of alma mater, which today has hit over 9,000 mark. I'm equally delighted to learn the university has embraced blended form of learning in readiness to mitigate against challenges of COVID-19 and other unforeseen circumstances that may disrupt teaching and learning. As alma mater of this great university, we are aware of various challenges facing university education in Kenya today. We will always stand with our university during the times of plenty and times of want. Mr. Chancellor, sir, along the main road, the alma mater this year will undertake construction of a student walkway along the main road from the university main gate to the main parking lots. We find this important. We find this important to shelter our students and all pedestrians, especially during wet and sunny periods. To our esteemed graduates, you are graduating today when the world is faced with various challenges ranging from climate change, COVID-19, to declining economies and opportunities all over the world. This poses a challenge to all of us, but that does not mean life will come to a stop. I encourage you with the great ones of Winston Churchill, who quipped that the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. You are the optimist who will turn around the challenges we encounter into innovation, opportunities for employment, among other good things. As I conclude, allow me to once again congratulate the class 2021 class to their great achievement in the academic. This is just a beginning of your contribution to the economy. Your work will indeed fulfill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truthful to yourself is to do what you believe in. Remembering that you are the guru, always remain steadfast and focused. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I also welcome our senior graduates today. That is Dr. Muthaura, Dr. Ambassador Muthaura, and Dr. Senator Mary into the Alumni Association of MERU University. I also welcome the graduates, our other graduates today. We are looking forward to great minds joining us in this Alumni Association. Take your position into the economy, become innovative, productive, and start giving back to your university. God bless MERU University and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you very much, Professor Framira.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my pleasure to invite the Vice Chancellor to address this congregation. Vice Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, before I give my address, allow me to acknowledge some few friends who are here physically and virtually. Nearly all the vice chancellors, the public universities and some private universities are following us right now virtually. We have here, I'll start with Honorable Dr. Pamela Odhiambo, who is the Women Rep of Migori County and a member of Education Committee in our National Assembly. Dr. Pamela Odhiambo, we celebrate you. We have architect Dr. James Kimathi, one of our very own. We had honored him quite a number of years ago with a honorary degree, and is chair of MERU University of Science and Technology Alumni Association. We have Dr. Ragwa here physically, who is the CEO of Kenya Veterinary Board. We have Professor Felicia Yeka, representing the Vice Chancellor, my friend, Professor Rotich, the Vice Chancellor of Laikipia University. We have Professor Dorcas Isusa, the Vice Chancellor of Chuka, present with us here. Can clap for her. Thank you, Madam, for coming. We have my friend and the CEO of Kenya Leather Development Authority, Dr. Isaac M. Mohamed Noor, physically present. We have Professor Ken Mugambi, who has come to represent the Vice Chancellor of KEMU. He has always been here, but I think he was committed, but he sent Professor Ken Mugambi. Thank you, Mugambi, for coming. Of course, we have been introduced to Engineer Leonard Ithao, the director, one of the board of directors of KRA. You can clap for him. Yeye ndiye anatafuta pesa ambayo sisi wote in public service tunaserekea. We have Dr. Wahome, who works very closely with our Principal Secretary, State Department of University Education Research. You can clap for Dr. Wahome. Of course, one of our very own, who is representing Professor Margaret Kobia, none other than Mr. Silas Kobia, who is here. Sir, we celebrate you. You can clap for him. Of course, you have seen Senan Kawiria, who has made a speech here, one of our alumni. And finally, we have Caroline Outa, who is the regional manager for KEBS. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. Our chief guest, the Chancellor of MERU University of Science and Technology, Dr. James Mwangi. And because of the time, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you very much. As we gather here today and in various homes across the nation and the world to celebrate our 9th graduation ceremony, we are profoundly grateful to our Almighty God, the God that made you and me. Though the global pandemic, national challenges, and personal trials, our God has brought us this far. Can we clap for that, our God, our Creator? Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to specially congratulate the graduating class of 2022. Very proud of you as your Vice Chancellor. Your hard work, determination, and perseverance have got you this far. This cannot be overemphasized. You have persevered and thrived through the changes wrought by COVID-19. You have succeeded, and I hope you are proud of yourselves and the achievements you have made. I would like to recognize the sacrifice made by the proud parents and the guardians who are gathered with us today in various places throughout the world. Allow me also to sincerely thank the members of the staff of this great university for their work towards this day, including my management, the Senate, all of you. I'm very, very proud of you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I'm delighted to highlight some of the progress we have made as a university. Our research portfolio has expanded and continues to grow with collaboration forged both within the country and elsewhere. Additionally, we have established international linkages with universities and institutes worldwide, an endeavor that will benefit our students, staff, and the institution at large in the coming years. Also, we have engaged with the Ministry of Education in readiness for the competency-based curriculum that has been rolled out. More than ever, we are geared to do our part as an institution in the proper implementation of the CBC, that is competency-based curriculum, both in terms of our teaching as well as supporting the work of teachers, principals, and schools in the nation. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I am happy to report that we have grown in student numbers from 8,800 last year to over 10,000 now. Currently, this is obviously some indication of popularity of the programs offered in our university, and in spite of the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic, we have continued to grow. To our graduates, be guided that time of employment is no more. In line with our theme for this year's graduation, embracing technology and innovation to revolutionize the global market. It is your responsibility to change your world and that it around you using all that you have learned and acquire while at MERU University of Science and Technology, MUST, the university we love so much. You are privileged to live in time when most things are at the click of a button, are at the click of the button on your phone. Money transfers to pay school fees, purchase or make merchandise from overseas, M-Pesa to your granny. What else is left to be done, you may ask? There are challenges brought by climate change, food insecurity, and many, many other things. And these do provide opportunities for embracing the technology and innovations, innovative ideas that you have and you have gained over the years while here at MAS. So plenty of opportunities are there. Look around you and identify a problem you can solve, challenges that require you to solve to make community where you come from better and the community of the whole world. Put your mind, heart, and soul into it and you'll be successful. Work with others. You don't always have to go it alone. In essence, it is doable. So do it. And one of our eminent graduates today say, yes, we can. So do it. We will be very proud to hear you have become a solution provider in your community, in your village, in your town, and our great nation, Kenya. We will be glad to hear that you have become an employer, a business person. We will be proud to hear that you have become an entrepreneur. For we have equipped you with all the knowledge to help you achieve all these and more. To our two eminent graduates this morning, Dr. Ambassador Mudhaura and Dr. Honorable Senator Mary, I congratulate you. MAS is proud of your achievement in terms of service to humanity. And I'm happy that you have declared openly that you will give honor to this university wherever you are. Congratulations to you, both of you, the brother and sister, Ambassador Mudhaura and Mary Cole. To all our stakeholders, we want to express our sincere gratitude for your continuous support. We at MERU University of Science and Technology are committed to having a cordial working relationship with those who work with us. This includes our government, the staff, both academic and non-academic, the parents, the guardians, the students, the suppliers, and the neighboring communities, starting with the Nchiru community here. We are keenly aware that we exist in an ecosystem where we can only properly function when we all work together. And to the class of 2022, the ones we are celebrating together, congratulations and well done, my sons and daughters. Thank you all who are watching from home and all who have managed to be physically present or supported us in any given way. May my good God, our God, Jehovah Jireh, the one that supply everything, be with you. God bless you all and thank you. May God bless you. Asanteni sana. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I call upon the CAB's representative to present the Information Security Management System, the ISO IEC 2700-001 to 2030 certificate to the university management. Thank you.
The Chancellor, Dr. James Mwangi, the Chair of Council, Professor Bosire Onari, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Ambassador Simon Nebukwesi, Professor Romanas Odhiambo Otieno, Vice Chancellor, MERU University of Science and Technology, Council members present, our recent graduates, Dr. Ambassador Madaura and Dr. Senator Mary, MERU University management, staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning. I'd like to take this opportunity to first and foremost thank the graduates today on behalf of the National Standards Council and on my own behalf. I am delighted to join you today on behalf of the Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director, Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bernard Jindarini, and on my own behalf as the Regional Manager, Mount Kenya Region, of which MERU is a part, to celebrate this great milestone in your achieving ISO 27001-2013 Management System certification. I wish to reminisce because I was the head of certification at the Kenya Bureau of Standards when you first got your certificate for ISO 9001-2015. So I am very proud to be here to present this certificate to you. Because I have a history with MERU University of Science and Technology, I can say for sure that the management of this university is extremely committed to management systems and to giving the customers and other stakeholders value. And therefore, as we celebrate this certification, we celebrate the fact that MERU University of Science and Technology is committed to making sure that there is an information security management system in this university that ensures that information is as appropriate, confidential, has integrity, and is available to those who need it. As I represent the Kenya Bureau of Standards Certification Body, I wish to inform you that the certification body is accredited by the Dutch Accreditation Council to provide management system certification. And recently, we have also been accredited by the Kenya Accreditation Service to provide the same services. You can therefore be sure that we will continue to give you valued services for certification systems. And I would like to interest you in other certifications that we offer, including the anti-bribery management system that is designed to help organizations prevent, detect, and respond to bribery incidences. I also want to interest you finally in other services of the Kenya Bureau of Standards, including standards development, quality assurance services, and lab testing and calibration services. And we are willing to partner with you so that you can enjoy these services. Allow me, therefore, to present the certificate for ISO 27001-2013, which the MERU University of Science and Technology has acquired. Congratulations.
Council Chair, kindly step forward and receive on our behalf. And the Council Chair will hand it over to the Vice Chancellor for implementation. Thank you very much. So our Vice Chancellor will invite the Chair of Council at this point to address the congregation.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, before I invite the chair, there are some two guests that have been here and I did not introduce them. This is Lydia Murithi, the Deputy Director of Semester. Celebrate you, Lydia. Can we put our hands for her? And then Dr. Manana, the Principal of St. Mary Goji, those beautiful girls that really entertained us. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite our Chair of Council, Professor Bosire Mwebi, to introduce the Council of MERU University of Science and Technology and to address the congregation. Professor Bosire.
The Chancellor, and because of time, all protocols observed. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to introduce the MERU University of Science and Technology Council members. Council members, please, will you come forward? I come by as I call your name, Dr. Naum Kiburi. Dr. Naum, come on there. CPA Damaris Onzom, Engineer Murira Mbuiria, Dick Waswa Wekesa, Mr. Paul Mungai, Mr. Stephen Gatama, and Miss Pauline Cheruto Kulgat. Maybe you can face the Chancellor. Do you have the mobile mic? Yes. Yeah, please. Oh, and of course the Vice Chancellor is the member of the. So I think each member introduce yourself. You can say briefly your name and your role in the council.
My name is Professor Romano Sodiambo. I'm the Secretary to the Council. Thank you.
My name is Damaris Onsom. I'm a member of Finance and Audit Committee.
My name is Naomi Kipuri, and I'm a chair of the HR Committee, and I also sit in Audit.
My name is Engineer Muriran Tumpuria. I'm the chair of the Finance Committee and also sit in the Academic Committee.
My name is Waswa Wekesa. I'm the chair of the Academic Committee and also sit in the Audit Committee.
My name is Paul Mungai, member of Human Resource Committee and Academic Committee.
My name is Stephen Gatama. I chair the Audit Committee and I'm a member of Human Resource Committee.
My name is Pauline Kurgat. I sit in Finance and HR.
So I think I request Mr. Chancellor, sir, to come and take a photo with the members of the council. Honorable Chancellor, MERU University of Science and Technology, Dr. James Mwangi, and because of time, as I said, all protocol observed. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to congratulate the graduating students of our 90th graduation ceremony, and more so importantly, our eminent graduates, Dr. Ambassador Mudaura and Dr. Senator Mary Coyle, for this accomplishment, which, as you have all of us listened, their journeys have transformed the world and made the world better in their fields that they have been in their career for a number of years. So it's my pleasure, on behalf of the University Council, to extend a very warm welcome to you all to the 9th graduation ceremony. I know among us are people joining us virtually, and while others have traversed the length and breadth of our great republic to be here with us for this ceremony. To you all, I say karibuni. To those who have been with us during the earlier celebration, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you back. The Council has over the years endeavored to uphold the values of MERU University of Science and Technology. These are competitiveness, integrity, professionalism, and quality innovation as our guiding pillars in making a meaningful strides in leadership of the university. I want to reiterate that the university community shall continue to uphold these values. Ladies and gentlemen, as a university council, we are dedicated to innovating this university to global status. Our aim is to see our merged into a leading top-notch premier research university in science and technology. As a council, we are committed to building a network of collaboration across the globe that positions MUST as a universe of choice in research and innovation. To this, we are holistically in support of the university management in pursuit of strategic alliances with the post-secondary institutions that we can leverage our strengths. Ladies and gentlemen, the Council is well informed on emerging roles of university in 21st century. Universities' intellectual capital as a source of wealth. University source of capital, university intellectual capital. This capital is a source of wealth to universities. It's a trending global best practice. The Council supports the establishment of research, innovation, and commercialization pipeline, which will ensure that our faculty are involved with students in research, innovation, and commercialization pipeline. We want our university lecturers and the students to be engaged, and that's what we are supporting, so that the research that they get engaged in, they comes up with innovation. And thanks to our Chancellor for supporting the establishment of our Innovation and Entrepreneur Center. Is donation to the university, and we promise that that innovation, that center is part of this pipeline that as a council we are committed to support, so that soon in the future many of our research, innovation, and the products through commercialization will support the needs of this society. The expected outcome of operational mass research, innovation, commercialization pipeline is the emergence of new products and industries that will be a result of research and innovation to be incubated at our innovation center and later transferred to mass industrial park. So once they are incubated, we want to have a park, we have enough land, and we invite industries to come and engage with our products, and then we'll be able to sell them to the market. And of course, that creates employment and wealth to the whole country and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the University Council is supportive of the development of flexible rules of engagement with the industries that bring immediate benefit to the university. It is the intention of the Council to see sustainable engagement between MAST and industries in developed programs that align and address the needs of the markets. We want to move away from very detailed MOUs, but to a very even one page that makes everything possible so that we can move forward. I'm happy that today, among those industries, organizations that we have signed an MOU, Kenya Radar Development Authority, I think the CEO was here. Dr. Noel, we just recently signed an MOU to support the development of leather. And in our conversation, we came to realize that leather is an industry of trillions. Because as we sit, everywhere is wearing leather products. You can imagine we want the university, our university, to be work closely with this industry. And more so, we are near the pastoralist community, and there's a lot of leather. So research around the leather industry is very beneficial to this community and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, to our faculty and staff, we thank you most sincerely for your resilient devotion and selfless effort shown in your preparation of students through the past 2 years challenging COVID-19. You proved to be innovative and adaptive the changing landscape. Use of online platforms has helped us to overcome the challenges which previously focused on face-to-face teaching, but now we are very embedded in using learning platforms. And our Odell Center has been very committed. We also thank the faculty for your commitment in winning research and creating new innovations while mentoring the students in your footsteps. Ladies and gentlemen, to the government and all our donors, partners, stakeholders, well-wishers, parents, we are grateful for your firm support. We are where we are because of you. I request on behalf of the university that you continue working with us in this journey of making our universe and foundation of innovations. Your time and presence, both virtually and physically, is our strength and proof of your confidence and commitment to our cause that we pursue. We as must commit to be there where you need us. To our students, we thank you and for supporting the university as good stewards and ambassadors to the world. The University Council is committed to addressing the many issues that require our leadership as stewards of both our current and future generation of scholars. We find lasting solutions as we reason and work together. Ladies and gentlemen, to our graduates of the day, a famous Greek philosopher Aristotle, whom we know, once said that educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. While Martin Luther King said that the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the good goal of true education. And finally, our own educator, Moses Cody of Antigonus, once wrote that if we are wise, we will help the people everywhere to get the good and abundant life, to become masters of their destiny, to become masters of their destiny. You the graduates, that role is very important. Where you go to work, in your position, through the good, and empower those you come across to be masters of their own destiny. Therefore, with this degree and diploma, master's and PhD, now you have a responsibility to yourself, to your family, and your world to uphold good character and integrity. Working smart as you innovate new ways of doing things in the job market. Knowing that the beautiful thing about learning is that no one takes away from you, but put into good use the knowledge and skills and attributes that you have acquired during your stay in the university to transform your generation through selfless and unblemished service to both God and humanity. May you have a lifelong fulfillment as you serve the communities in your quest to contribute to the transformation of your respective environments and the generations to come. As I conclude, I would like to encourage you to be good ambassadors of MERU University of Science and Technology. Go serve the world while upholding the must core values, I repeat, competitiveness, integrity, professionalism, and quality. With those few remarks, and on behalf of the University Council, I assure you of our commitment to providing high-quality university education through training, research, nurturing innovation, commercialization that brings wealth and abundance to our university. Asante sana. God bless you all. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to invite the Principal Secretary, State Department for University Education and Research, to address this congregation. Principal Secretary, sir.
The Chancellor, Dr. James Mwangi, Honorable Dr. Pamela Odhiambo, who also represents the Committee of Parliament on Education and Research, the Chair of Council, Professor Bosire Monari Mwebi, members of the Council, chairpersons of other university councils, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, my friend and Vice Chancellor, Vice Chancellors and principals present, distinguished special guests today, Ambassador Muthaura and Senator Mary Coyle, all invited guests, management, staff, students of MERU University of Science and Technology, students of Egoji Girls, ladies and gentlemen. First, I bring to you greetings from our Minister for Education, Professor George Magoha, who is out of the country on official duty. He would have wished to be here, particularly to enjoy this auspicious occasion. Before I read his speech, I want to acknowledge the police officers who have added color and flavor to this occasion. Thank you for the work well done. I want to appreciate the 2 items of entertainment by Egoji girls who are smart, and I think they're also privileged to be in this occasion to learn from their elders. And I want to thank students of MERU University. Certainly we see talent, we see energy, we see potential, and we see a great future in you. Please don't lose it. Do not lose it. I also want to recognize the top students. We salute you. It's not easy to be a top student. It's very competitive because everybody has the potential to be at the top. But for you to squeeze through and be at the top, and particularly the top students were dominated by the girls, I want to recognize that and challenge the male students, challenge us to go back into competition. Because in every sphere of life now, ladies are more focused, they are more consistent, they are more persistent, and they want to achieve more, while we still assume that we are still superior. We are losing very fast. So I want to encourage you. And for the university, if we want to build capacity and have the best of the best come back to teach others, these are the people to sponsor for masters and to recruit immediately as graduate assistants. That's the way it was during our time. That is the way it was. Those who got first class honors, who topped their classes, were retained by the university. Do not leave other people who may be average to come back and be the ones because they can pay fees to come and be the professors. Let these best of the best stand out and support staff development. We listen to citations of the 2 distinguished people who have served humanity, not only in their country. And it goes with what Mahatma Gandhi said, that a good man is not made for himself. He's made for the community, for generations across the world. And that is what has been demonstrated in the lives of Ambassador Muthaura and Senator Mary Coyle, whom I met way back in St. Francis Xavier University when I was High Commissioner in Canada. And I'm very happy that this university has honored her. I had no idea, by the way. I also want to appreciate the leadership of this university. Those of you who belong to this university know what the Chancellor has done. No other Chancellor in the universities in this country has done to their university what Dr. James Mwangi has done here. I appreciate this. And in the last graduation, I remember, I said, with people like Dr. James Mwangi, with the chair of the council, Professor Bosire Mwebi, with the Vice Chancellor who is enthusiastic to excel, my friend, Professor Romanas Odhiambo, you cannot go wrong. And I remember challenging you to internationalize the university, not to localize it, so that we learn from the best practice from other people across the world. And I'm very happy that this is coming very fast. And the first step, we're having Senator Mary Coyle here in our graduation ceremony. Far from Canada, she's come to be part of this graduation ceremony. When we graduated ourselves, 33 years ago, the first degree, we had Americans in our class. We had, I know there are 2 or 3 people here in this congregation who graduated with me. There were Americans in our class. And Dr. Mustafa Tolba was awarded the honorary PhD. I remember the speech, I even remember the words. So this is the way to go. Let us internationalize. I'm happy with what the council has done. I'm happy with what the Vice Chancellor and Professor Bosire have done. They have already mapped out universities out there, particularly in Canada, for twinning and for creating associations that will improve quality and exposure of students in this university. When I come across enthusiastic students out there, I tell them, choose MERU University, because it will take you to the world, as opposed to others that will localize you and neutralize you in the community. It is better to see things as they are in the best of the communities in the world. I want to advise the graduates. You know, you graduate together. Just like a good philosopher, Jean Rousseau, a French philosopher, said that all people are born good, but changed by the environment. So you are going out there to different places in this country and beyond. I want to encourage you to watch over yourself. Take care of yourself. Be conscious of what you are, that this country has invested in you. This university has invested in you. Your community has hopes in you. And the government invested in you. So be organized. Make character your #1 priority in every sphere of your life. And we have good role models in the citations that have been presented to us here today. If you want to be like Ambassador Muthaura, you can be. If you want to be like Senator Mary Coyle, you can be. But if you choose to look aside and be something else, you can also be. So character based on national values is the greatest investment any of us can make. I want to encourage you to begin to invest in yourself. It requires self-control, self-discipline, patience, obedience, focus on issues of priority that will develop you so that you become a better person every day. Time and tide does not wait for man. Don't wait to grow a lot more to become a good person. Start early and you'll achieve more. Don't wait. And I want to encourage you also to practice knowledge. Practice the knowledge and skills you have acquired, because if you don't practice, you will lose it. With those few remarks, I want to read the message from my CS. Good morning. I would like to first of all extend my congratulations to the MERU University of Science and Technology on this occasion of the 9th graduation. I wish to note that the university has continued to grow from strength to strength since it was chartered in 2013. It is also noteworthy that today you release to the world over 1,775 graduates from various fields. This is great progress, and may you continue in the same spirit going forward. The theme of this year's graduation, embracing technology and innovation to revolutionize the global market, is clearly apt, especially for the graduates. Those of you who are keen may have noticed that technology is driving the world economy today. After the outbreak of COVID-19 worldwide, the globe turned to technology to survive. Our meetings became technology mediated. The markets went online. Families could not visit each other, but were able to hold virtual meetings. These are just but a few examples of the way technology is being used to basically run the world in every sphere, including the global market. To the graduates, as you leave this university today with your degree, remember that the world is looking up to you now to help move the global economy forward. Steve Jobs, the late CEO of Apple Computers, in a speech to the University of Stanford graduates on June 12, 2005, gave them the story of his life and explained the reason for his success. On that day, he said, and I quote, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Stay hungry, stay foolish." That's Jobs 2005. And he says, lack of knowledge propelled him to seek to know things further. In the same way, if you acknowledge that you need to learn more even after graduating, you will always have the thirst to do so. In so doing, the entire globe can benefit from your services and innovations as they have done with those from the great man, Steve Jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is facing an economic recession brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic and made worse by the war in Ukraine. I, however, want to encourage you that it is in times like these that great innovations are made. If you look carefully at all things discovered, you will notice that strife played an important role in their discovery. That's why we are often hear the saying, necessity is the mother of innovations. For when something becomes necessary, you are forced to find ways of achieving the same. I therefore challenge you graduates and other Kenyans listening to me today. What are some of the problems facing Kenya? Can we find solutions to these problems? We have talked a lot about lack of employment. That means employment is a necessity. It's upon us to find our own homegrown solutions to these kind of problems facing our nation. If we work hard at finding the solutions, then we can help Kenya grow and become an economic force to deal with not only in Africa, but globally. To parents and guardians, I would like to let you know that the Ministry of Education is working very hard to ensure 100% transition right from primary level to tertiary level. The ministry cannot achieve this without your express support. I appeal to you to work towards enabling the achievement of this noble role. Mr. Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, a topic related to 100% transition is the new competency-based curriculum, popularly known as CBC. As the CBC continues to advance towards the high institutions of learning, I would like to urge the stakeholders to to continue working towards ensuring the preparedness of the higher institutions for this new curriculum. Vocational colleges, TVET colleges, universities, as well as tertiary institutions should work towards putting in place all the necessary tools to ensure the smooth transition from 844 to CBC. I wish to reiterate my support to all academic institutions in Kenya. The Ministry of Education is very much committed to excellence and will continue to ensure that all education matters run smoothly. Graduates, this is your day. I wish to conclude this speech by encouraging you with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a positive trail. Thank you and God bless you all.
Okay. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is with great humility that I invite you to address the congregation.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Professor George Makoha, represented today by Principal Secretary, Ministry Higher Education, Ambassador Simon.
This is KTN. Welcome home. Grab Ushindi dishwashing